Hi everybody, happy September 1st. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it's already September. I hope you guys are having a great long weekend. We are working on some renovations, trying to get these floors done in our playroom before the busyness of the fall sets in, and we just get back into the routine of things and it gets, passed by again for another few months. So we are working on that this weekend. But given that it's Saturday and it's September 1st, I wanted to take a time out so that I could get this video out to you guys. And since it's kind of almost like a new year-ish, I thought this would be a good time to talk about ways to manage your time and your scheduling and just really be able to work on fitting all the things in that you need to fit in. So that is what we are talking about today. I have learned a few things in the past few weeks that I'm excited to share with you. I am going to start implementing these things into my life and I'm excited. Basically, I want to start off with a quote. I was watching this training the other day from somebody in my company who is the best trainer of all time. Not just in business, but like life. He's awesome. And yes, I said he is so good. And if you don't know, I have a skincare business, and so that's why it might be significant that it comes from a male. And not to be stereotypical or anything, but just so you know. And so pretty much this is the quote. You have exactly the amount of time you need for the things that you value. And the reason that this stuck out to me is if you go back and watch my video on core values, it really, I was talking about how you need to make time for the things that are the most important to you. And if it's not important to you, it shouldn't be at the top of your priority list, basically. So I'll link that video down below if you're interested in checking it out. But I just really liked that because it's true. And if it's not something that's of value to you or to your kids or to your family, really, why are you trying to schedule it in? So that I think is helpful when keeping in mind when you're trying to schedule and make these new routines and set these new schedules for everybody in your family. I just think it's important to take those things into consideration. So basically, I am really, really working on being more productive in the space that I am in. So what I mean by that is when I am working on my stuff, I want to be working, which is why I get up early. I have committed myself to getting up at 5 a.m. 5 days a week, and I use that time to be productive in the things that are important to me, that are on my to-do list. And I want to be able to, when it's my kids' time, it's their time. It's not time for checking emails. It's not time for responding to messages. It's not time for doing the housework, like I want to be able to have those things scheduled at certain times so that I can be fully engaged with what I'm doing and so that I don't feel guilty about not not fully engaging myself with this space that I'm in. Sorry, I'm taking notes or just referring to my notes just because I'm a little scrambled today just because we're doing so many things that I'm just kind of, I just don't want to make sure I forget anything. So basically, I was looking at some ways to kind of manage time, and this video popped up, and it's from Jordan Page. She has a website called Fun, Cheaper, Free, and she is the person, I don't know if you saw my morning routine video, I can also link that down below, but that one I talk about the clipboards that I have for my kids, and that helps them get off to a productive start for the day. And anyways, I got that from her, and this also comes from her. And so she has an amazing video that goes into depth about block scheduling and our calendar blocking, whatever it's called. And I have seen a few things on this before, but I think it kind of confused me before, and I never really have been able to fully implement it because I just don't think I quite understood the concept fully, and it goes into a lot of detail about how to do it and do it well. And so I'm excited. I have created kind of like a block for us from Monday to Friday, and of course that's going to look different on days that I work in the evening or days that my son has preschool or whatever, but I've kind of tried to categorize everything that can possibly happen in those blocks so that, it's not just like, a different block for or a different schedule for every day. But long story short, she basically refers back to our days in high school when we get so much done because we have these blocks of time to focus on this thing. And, that was really interesting to me because I think when I was trying to calendar block before, I think what I was doing was making my blocks too small. So it was like, okay, right now, this is when I'm going to be, I don't know, doing breakfast, and then at this time, and it was too time structured. And I think that was where the challenge was for me, because I mean, when you have kids, especially when they wake up at a different time of day every day, that means that their naps are going to be at a different time every day, at least in my house anyway. My sons have never woken up at this time and slept until this time, and they've just kind of been a little bit more, all over the place. And so that's why I think I've had a challenge with it before. But enough about that. I am going to get into it and share it with you. But before I do, I wanted to show you this calendar as well. Normally I get the one from Costco that is just like the big calendar, and I wanted to try something different because the last couple of years I've just kind of gotten away from actually utilizing the calendar, and this one just has a little bit more space and a little bit more room for more detail, and so I like that. I'm just going to show you a blank one. I don't know if you can see that, it's too glary, but yeah, see, there's some more lines. There's just some stuff this says messages of gratitude, love, and encouragement, or you could use it for like a legend. If you're color coding, that's what I do. I've got different color pens for each person in my house, and so I just kind of have a legend up here because I don't expect that my husband is going to have any idea who's what color if he's taking a look at it. And then it also has a space for kids' chores. This one is April, so it says spring cleaning, but some of them say reminders or projects or whatever. So it just has a little bit more space to work with, lots going on. So I just picked this up at Costco and I'm excited. I've started to write everything in for the fall in. So now I'm going to share my block schedule with you. So I have been doing this probably the last couple weeks, and it is so I didn't block it out like this until this week. I kind of put it all down on paper, but I have been actually doing this routine, and I'm really excited because just the way our stuff is landing in the fall, it's going to kind of work well with the routine that we have right now. So I'm just going to share with you if anybody's interested, just to kind of see an example. Also, when I link the video for the calendar blocking, if you're interested, she has a free printable that she's done that has like the blocks already made for you. I just did it on like my clipboard and a piece of lined paper. I will probably print it off and put it on, and then I might just like tape it to my fridge or something so that everybody can see it. Not that my children can read, but so that I can see it, because sometimes visual reminders are really helpful for me. So I have blocked my day off in pretty much 3 or 4 hour blocks. And I think this is the big thing, is that with making them too small, you're leaving too much room for like not mistakes, but like just you're not going to get the stuff done likely in that time. So I have blocked things off in 4 hour chunks ish. So my first block is 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. So this is our morning. And this is when I get up, I do my own morning routine. I do my journaling. This is my me time. This is when I do my personal development. This is when I plan my YouTube videos. If I have any work that needs to be done, I typically do my non-computer type work. I don't check emails at this time. time, I will maybe do a social media post if I need to for work, respond to messages if I'm gonna watch a training. That's when I do these types of things. I'm also working on a couple of courses. This is when I do this. So because there's nobody around, it's quiet in my house, and I have about an hour to 2 hours, depending on when the kids sleep until, to just have time to myself to get the things done that I want to get done. So those are the things that I do kind of before 6 or 7 a.m. depending on when kids wake up. So then in this block before 9 a.m. we do breakfast, I put on a load of laundry, I make the beds, I fold a load of laundry from the day before. I only put on 1 load of laundry per day. I am not willing to fold more than 1 load of laundry in a day. So I don't like to put it on, put it in the dryer, and have this huge continuous cycle going, and then I have a mountain of laundry to fold. It's not my style. So basically I try and just do 1 small load a day that takes me only like 10 minutes to fold and put away, and then it's done. And then I have a different cleaning task that I do Monday to Friday. I'm happy to do a video on that if anybody is interested, but basically I break it down into categories, and I just get that done first thing in the morning. Anything that needs to be taken out for dinner, and then I clean up the kitchen from breakfast, and I put all of my work stuff away. So on a good day anyway, so I usually take over the kitchen table in the morning, spread it all out, and just get stuff done. But I don't want my computer having juice or milk dumped on it or whatever. Or, the other day I left my planner out and it got a whole cup of water dumped on it, which was not awesome. But anyways, that was the one day I didn't put it all away. So I pack it all up, take it back upstairs, and then it's away until, well, basically for the rest of the day. I'll take my computer out later, but that's it. So anyways, then from 9 till 1, this is when we typically get out of the house. So this is going to be when we are going to take the dog for a walk. We're going to go to the park, or we're going to go on a play date, or if I have to go to the grocery store, if we have appointments. This is when I'm going to fit this stuff in. I'm also going to usually get lunch and clean up lunch in this time, so that when 1 o'clock rolls around, I can get nap and quiet time going, and I can have a little siesta myself, because I'm finding getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I work evenings, it makes it very tiring, I find. And I just find that if I lay down for 20 minutes, half an hour, plus naps are really good for you. If I do that, I feel refreshed and I'm ready to go. I don't necessarily go into like a big full deep sleep, but I find just laying down, having a little bit of quiet time and shutting my eyes is really helpful. My older son does not nap. This is when he kind of has quiet time. Maybe I'll put on a show for him, or he's just doing something quietly. Sometimes he comes and lays down with me as well. Or if I need a break, he goes to his room, and sometimes he ends up having a little nap too. Sorry, this video is getting really long. So then during this time, it is also going to be preschool time. If I have any work that needs to get done, this is when I'm going to do my computer work. So I'm going to be placing those orders. I'm going to be answering emails, those types of things, the stuff that I kind of want to be a little bit more awake for as well. So this is when I get the computer stuff done that needs to be done. And I also like to have one-on-one time with Landon at this time too, because usually Jordan is the one napping. So, but when he is in preschool, that he will also be in preschool during this block. So it'll be time for me to have one-on-one time with Jordan as well on those days. So, the next block is 4 to 7, and that is our dinner block. So prepping dinner, cleaning up dinner, playtime, bath, books, bedtime. If I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna try and squeeze it in this block. Otherwise, it's gonna be in the next block, depending on the day. And then from 7 to 10 is my next block. So this is when, if I'm running, that's when I'm going to be going for a run, unless I'm running on the weekends. This is a Monday to Friday schedule here, not the weekends, because weekends are just fly by the seat of our pants pretty much. But usually I try and schedule in at least one run during the week. So this is when I'm going to get that run done if I didn't squeeze it in earlier. This is when I get to hang out with my husband, any downtime that we're gonna have, and then I also finish up any leftover work that I might have to do, and I also do a gratitude journal at night, and do my skincare routine, have a shower. Like, this is when all of this stuff happens. And then I have scheduled this in because according to the video from Jordan Page, you want to schedule in your sleeping time. What is going on with my winged hair here? Anyways, yeah, because if you don't, then you're not going to be getting enough sleep. So 10 to 5 is my ideal bedtime. Does that always happen? No, but that is the goal. So anyways, and from my 4 to 10 block, anywhere in there, depending on what day it is, it's either all of these things or I'm working and Matt's doing most of the other things. So anyways, that is pretty much all I have for you today. Long video, I'm sorry, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some of this helpful, especially with the school year coming up this week, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I'll talk to you soon.